So the iPhone 12 launch event is weeks away and we can't wait for the iPhone 12 release date. However, what about the iPhone 12 successor, the iPhone 13 or even the iPhone 12s? We have already got some early information we want to share, including early details of what we think the iPhone 13 release date and price might be. So if you want to hear the latest gaming news, tech news, reviews and comparisons, hit that subscribe button followed by the bell. So the iPhone 12 launch event is weeks away and we can't wait for that iPhone 12 launch event date. For months I've been sharing everything we know about the iPhone 12, including its design, the iPhone 12 price and the iPhone 12 launch date. We have covered everything about the 4 new designs, colours and camera setups, and the big question about 5G and the 120Hz display for the iPhone 12. Now, I've heard from many of you that you are seeing that the iPhone 12 might not be worth the upgrade if all the iPhone 12 models don't have, for example, 120Hz refresh rate or a LiDAR sensor or even a bigger battery compared to the iPhone 11 models. So I've decided to start telling you about the iPhone 12 successor, the iPhone 13 or the iPhone 2021, and all the details we know so far, including about the iPhone 13 design and specs, the iPhone 13 release date and price predictions, and also some of those new iPhone 13 features that will be extra to the current iPhone 12. As there is already lots of details, and if I explain them all to you now, this video would be over 30 minutes long. So just like my Samsung Galaxy S21 videos, I'll be making a few videos of everything we know so far and then updating you with the latest info when we get it. But first, before we go on any further into this video, this channel has just hit over 50,000 subscribers. And I'm amazed by that number, and it's all thanks to you guys for all of your support on this channel and making it such a great community. So because of this, I've decided to do a little giveaway to one lucky subscriber, and that lucky subscriber will get their hands on this. It is an 8th generation iPad. I've recently just done an unboxing on this actual iPad, so do check that out on my channel. But when we get over to 75,000 subscribers, I will reveal who the lucky subscriber is who will get their hands on this actual iPad here. And all the details are coming up later on in this video. Anyway, let's dive in on the iPhone 13 news we have heard so far. Just in case you are new here and want to keep up to date with the iPhone 12, there have been lots of iPhone 12 leaks given, and if you want all those previous details, check out my other iPhone 12 videos on this channel. They are worth a watch to get the latest leaks. So let's start with that iPhone 13 name. So at this stage, we do not know if the iPhone will actually be called the iPhone 13 or maybe the iPhone 12s. The number 13 in many countries is regarded unlucky. However, we did have iOS 13, what has been out for the last year just before the success of iOS 14, and it has been out for the last few weeks. And iOS 13 was very stable, so I think Apple have proved the point that 13 doesn't have to be unlucky, and I think they see fit that the number can go into one of their iPhone model names. As said, nothing is confirmed at this stage, if it will be the iPhone 12s or if it will be the iPhone 13 next year. Normally Apple are quite consistent in creating phones with a number and then with an S afterwards the following year, and it has been like this ever since the iPhone 4 all the way up to the iPhone 6s. However, in recent years, Apple have been quite random in their name conventions when we've jumped from the iPhone 6s to the 7 and then straight to the 8 and 10 instead of going to a iPhone 7s instead. With Apple's biggest rivals in smartphones, what they believe is Samsung, and they stick to numbers, and they've just jumped up by 10 numbers this year to the 20, so the S20 and the Note 20 line. Apple may stick with keeping to their number systems to keep things more simple, just like they have done on other products of theirs, including the Apple Watch series and also their iPads like the iPad mini and the Air, for example. If the next iPhone does become the iPhone 12s, then of course the titles of these videos going forward will change to that. However, for the moment we are sticking with the iPhone 13. So for models this year, the iPhone 12, we are getting an additional model, what is going to be the iPhone 12 mini. It is highly likely that the 4 models will remain for the iPhone 13, where we will most likely get the lineup of an iPhone 13 mini, an iPhone 13 normal, iPhone 13 Pro and the iPhone 13 Pro Max. For release date, we're probably actually going to be going back to the old release schedule, where we'll probably get our hands on the iPhone 13 models in September time in 2021. This year everything got delayed due to COVID-19. However, designs might not change that much, what I'll talk about in a moment, so we believe the scheduled time for releases will be mid-end September 2021. For price again, we're not expecting any huge changes to the prices that have already been provided for the iPhone 12 4 models, as the changes on the physical design of the models are probably not going to be huge in the sense of brand new designs being made. To see what the iPhone 12 models are going to cost, check out one of my latest iPhone 12 videos. So as just mentioned, designs wise, we're not expecting many huge changes, more likely enhancements to the current iPhone 12 design. The iPhone 12 is the newest design or newest shape since the release of the iPhone 10 in 2017. Apple generally like to keep their same designs in their phones for at least 3 or 4 years. As the iPhone is the newest design, we can't see it likely that there's going to be a huge design change for the next iPhone. Now, the design for the iPhone 13 may look very similar to the iPhone 12, however it's possible that the iPhone 13 models, or maybe just the Pro models, might feature no charging port at the bottom of the phone. Apple have always wanted a clean device ever since Steve Jobs came back in the 90s. What I mean by that, if you take an old PC back in say 1998, you had loads of separate devices, including the tower of your actual computer, also a separate monitor, separate keyboard and mouse, separate speaker, separate microphone and lots of ports to stick in other accessories into your computer, and your desk looks super messy with loads of cables everywhere. The iMac changed this with putting the main computer tower or the main computer part and the monitor and speakers and microphone all into one device, and so you just had the main computer device and a keyboard and mouse. Then if you take the latest MacBooks for example, we now just have USB-C ports on them, as Apple believe that everything can be transferred wireless now instead of plugging loads of devices and accessories. The same could be said for the iPhone 13 as well, where lots of Apple accessories, right now even with the iPhone 11 and the soon to be 12, work wirelessly or via Bluetooth. Even cars now, for example, have wireless charging pads and the ability to wirelessly send CarPlay over to the car media center. It is believed that Apple will be introducing a faster wireless charging mat with the iPhone 12, and this technology will get better over time to the iPhone 13, that the speeds of wireless charging are good enough to take away the physical port on the bottom of the iPhone from now on. We even have information to back this up from tweets from 9tech11, who says that Apple are planning to go portless in the next years, moving from Lightning port to completely wireless charging. And then John Prosser, an ever reliable leaker, also comments and says, "Yep, one portless iPhone coming next year, never USB-C. Eventually they will all be portless." To me, I don't think we are quite there yet, where for example this year I got a brand new car, and inside it there is a port to connect a cable phone to use CarPlay or Android Auto. There is no ability of sending it wirelessly. However, Some of this does also make sense in other ways, where we have heard that the iPhone 12 will not come with a physical charger this year inside the box, so this is very clear that next year's iPhone 13 won't have one either. So that giveaway I mentioned earlier, to be in a chance to get your hands on that iPad 8th generation, I want to know from you if you're planning on buying the new iPhone 12 this year, or maybe you're going to be sitting it out for the iPhone 13 next year, or maybe you might be getting a different device completely. Let me know in the comments below, and then when we get over 75,000 subscribers, I will be revealing the winner of the lucky subscriber who have got their hands on the iPad. So one other big change that will definitely help Apple and also make their devices faster on 5G is their recent purchase of Intel's shuttering modem business for $1 billion. This again makes sense as Apple have been in and out of court with Qualcomm for years over patent disputes that left certain iPhone models with noticeable networking disadvantages in speed compared to, say, other Android phones. This year the iPhone 12 has a Qualcomm 5G modem inside, and it's reported it is quite large. With the purchase of Intel's modem business, Apple have time to design their 5G modems exactly the way they want them and make more room inside the iPhone 13 and phones beyond to have newer and better features. It is also worth noting again that all 4 iPhone models next year will also be IP68 at 4 meters. So this does mean if you go on holiday or your vacation and you chuck your phone into a swimming pool that's most likely about 2 meters deep, in theory if you rescue it within 30 minutes you should be absolutely fine. Also, with that port missing, I'm sure that will help as well. So I have a few more details in my next video, including about the iPhone 13 colours, the notch, is it going to stay or is it going to disappear, and a few other details as well. But for now, I know it is early days, but are you excited about the iPhone 13? And are you a regular iPhone upgrader and will you be getting one? Or maybe you have been let down by the iPhone 12 this year and your hopes are in this next model coming out. Well guys, let me know in the comments below. So like I said guys, this is the start of the latest and greatest info we have on the iPhone 13 at this stage. Like I said, keep an eye on my next video where I'll be sharing more news about it. And don't forget, if you have liked this video, to press the like button, and of course to hear the latest iPhone 13 news, gaming news, tech news, reviews and comparisons, please do hit subscribe followed by that bell. Until next time, see ya.